Well, stock futures are dipping this morning following a volatile week in the markets. Futures tied to the Dow and S&P 500 and NASDAQ all dropped by over 1%. And what goes up must come down, including the highs of the meme stock era. An estimate from Morgan Stanley says the retail day traders who bought into companies like AMC and Peloton during the early days of the pandemic have now lost all of their gains. The amateur investors first mobilized on a subreddit page and tackled hedge funds of the super rich. Well, Bitcoin is biting the dust as well. Its value dropped by 50% since peaking in November, dipping below $34,000 over the weekend. Other cryptocurrencies are following suit. Ethereum fell over 10% just in the last week. So you might have noticed at your grocery store that food prices are up. One item getting hit hard right now is wheat. On top of inflation, the war in Ukraine is fueling those rising costs, and that's because both Ukraine and Russia are major exporters of the grain. So Joseph Glauber is a senior research fellow at the International Food Policy Research Institute and former U.S. Department of Agriculture chief economist. He's here to explain just what is going on and why we are seeing, or how we will see, the impact. Thanks for joining us. And I guess that's my first question. What sort of impact will American consumers see when it comes to the price of wheat?
We've seen most of the inflation I think that we're going to see right now. We're running about 10% over levels of last year, which is quite high, highest since the early 1980s. A lot of that's driven, some of that supply chain stuff from COVID, but we have seen record high commodities prices, including wheat. But as we look forward, I think most economists are seeing those inflation starting to abate a bit, but it's going to be a while before we get back to the 2 to 3% that we've seen most over the last 20 years or so.
So here's the thing, the price of wheat goes up here in the U.S. and it's irritating and it's annoying. But in other countries, it could be almost destabilizing. What's happening in countries like Egypt or Lebanon, where they depend heavily on Ukrainian wheat? I know in Egypt, they actually have a subsidized bread program where a good portion of the population gets very, very cheap bread. But I don't know if they can keep doing that if they can't get access to cheaper wheat.
Well, you're right. These are countries that consume about twice as much wheat as we do per capita. It's just a lot of wheat. 35% of the calories in Egypt come from wheat. And they import a lot of that wheat. 70% of the wheat they tend to import. A lot of that comes from the Black Sea. And that's a fairly recent development over the last 20 years, where Ukraine and Russia have become much, much larger players in the world wheat market. And right now, those countries are facing high prices, like countries everywhere. Price of wheat goes up worldwide, but in those countries that are so heavily dependent on wheat, they're looking for new suppliers.
So then I guess the question is, what can be done? Is there anything that can be done at the federal level? Is there any way to ease the pain?
I think, for those countries that are poorer countries and other things, some of them are going to need humanitarian aid. I look at a country like Yemen, which depends on 100% of its wheat comes from imports. It is very, very poor. The price increase alone represents about 4% of the GDP of Yemen. There's just no way they can absorb those sorts of costs. They'll need humanitarian aid. I think the biggest thing countries can do is not do anything stupid. And what I mean by that is to put on export restrictions and other things that can further exacerbate price hikes in the world.
Joseph, it was really good talking to you. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can have you on again, because I find this whole conversation, the ripple effect that this conflict is having throughout the rest of the world, really, really fascinating. So thank you.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. Bye.